Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where randomly this evening we're going to be catching up with my friend James, the Stradman, who, believe it or not, by total coincidence is also here right now in the New York City region, and we're going to go and find him a little bit later on. But we've both actually come out to join Lamborghini Paramus for a big Lambo drive coming up soon, and he's actually brought one of his cars out for the event and he's currently actually driving it around in New York City. So we're going to be hopping back on board the GT500 to head to Manhattan because, well, we did it last night after collecting it out here and the weather was atrocious and we want to go back in. So we're going to go and find him. He's here with his Aventador Roadster Pirelli edition, and I last saw that car a bit over a year ago, where, having bought the GT500, I immediately drove it from Miami coast to coast on the Where's Shmee US edition tour, and we had a stop in the beautiful state of Utah to see James, to see the cars. And at that moment in time, he hadn't yet cut it up for the Widebody kit. He hadn't painted it, done the interior and done everything else, so I am super intrigued to see how it's looking. So we're going to head in with the GT500. We might have a quick glance at that SVJ right behind before we do, to go downtown, to go to Manhattan, to go and find James and check out his Aventador Roadster. It has been boiling today, a genuine shock to the system after the miserable weather yesterday. There are some very nice cars here in the showroom, as you would expect: Aventador SV, another Aventador, plenty more, but also lurking just here at the moment is my friends Team Loan Shark's Aventador SVJ Coupe. We might be seeing more of that soon, so stay tuned. But we need to get this started, and the magic of being a US car is that you can do this. Perfect. Sounds amazing, as it will do in the tunnels as we make our way back to NYC. So let's get the aircon blasting, because it's still over 30 degrees this evening. Is that X5M? Those pops and bangs were ludicrous. Didn't expect that. So let's hop on board, find out where James is, make our way back into town, hopefully with less traffic. Let's see how that's going to go, and go see what else we can find on a lovely evening here in New York City. Even though it's actually gone 7:30, it is still ridiculously warm. 7:41 in the evening, 35 degrees, that's Celsius. So that's somewhere in the 90s in Fahrenheit. This was a hot day, so the aircon is blasting, but let us make our way. It says just under an hour this evening, which is a very welcome surprise after how long it took to get across the George Washington Bridge. And a lot of people rightfully pointed out in the comments that is just part and parcel of driving in the New York area. That just seems to happen, and it's something, if you are in these parts, you get used to very quickly. But anyway, away we go, and there is literally a Ford dealer on every single street corner. There is one just here, quite literally. We're going straight past the Ford dealer alongside us. But hey, onwards, let's make our way. Hopefully it won't take too long, and hopefully it will cool down in here nice and quickly in the chaos of the evening traffic to the city of New York. Some things will never change. We are about half a mile from the bridge and we're again sitting in a traffic jam, and I should probably learn from this lesson, but it seems to be the norm around here. This seems to just be the way that this works. If you want to drive into New York City from New Jersey, you sit in a very long traffic jam. We're about half a mile short of the bridge, but hey, it's going to be cool when we get to the other side. We've made it through all of this, and we can catch up with James, check out the Lambo, and drive around with that and with this. And obviously, as an owner of a basically pink Lambo, I'm quite excited to see another pink Lambo in a very different way. The Aventador Pirelli was, well, there's a bit of a story behind the car. If you don't know it, you should check James's channel to find out a bit more about that. But he's basically brought it back and done his own thing with it, and I think that's the ultimate and cool, really, to do completely your own thing with a car and then to bring it to New York. And the Aventador in New York is a tricky car to drive. It's big, it's awkward, it's, well, that's a funky wrap on the, is that an M4 just in there? Like a multicolour iridescent kind of craziness thing. Anyway, yes, I was going to say, it's a difficult car to drive in the city. It's hard enough to drive this. With the size of the potholes, the taxi drivers who are out to get you wherever you go, yeah, you got to be have a bite of a brave pill to bring something like that into Manhattan. So hopefully this doesn't take too long, but I suspect it will. The fun with this just doesn't stop. It is now dusk, we're on the bridge, but it's still barely moving. And I'm sorry to share all of this with you again. I just find it so funny that predictably it takes so long to get into Manhattan from New Jersey. The infrastructure here is just a mess. They need more bridges or public transport or something to fix this. Like, it's so obvious that this is a problem. I guess everyone knows that this is a problem. Anyway, I'm boring you all with that. I'm sorry about this. But hopefully we will eventually get across this, and then it's only another 6 or 7 miles or something to get to where we actually want to go. If our calculations are correct, somewhere around here is a pink Lambo. I say that, but I actually have no idea whatsoever. We're going to try and do the best we can, because oh, that's the vessel, so that's the famous kind of monument. Lots of people do photos of cars around here, in fact. We're gonna go down here. I feel absolutely blinded. What's down there? We have, is that a 600 LT? Oh, and then what's right in front of the 600 LT? Something in the shadows. 720S, Performante, and a McLaren GT at the front as well. Well, that's kind of fun. Or was that a regular Hurricane with a wing? I couldn't actually quite tell. I don't have a clue where I'm going. I think I need to go left here. Welcome to New York. This is, woo! Watch out for the taxis. Red light. Oh man, right. So there should be a pink Lambo somewhere on this block, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's see in a moment. I spy with my little eye a pink Liberty Walk Lamborghini Aventador, and I'm gonna pull in front, which I think is struggling with the heat.
New York City, Speed 150.
How you doing?
What are you doing here?
Why not?
You came to save the day.
I'm not sure I can.
It's an Aventador. You know how to fix these things,
Let's have a look. Let's come and have a look.
That's what I like.
Coming to save the day. What's going on?
Guess
What's
what?
happened?
Well, we ran into a slight issue. Car overheated in Times Square.
I'm not
And then
surprised.
we're just stuck in traffic. There's
In
nothing
Times
you can
Square?
do. In Times Square, there's nothing you can do. All the red lights are flashing, going like crazy. Then the air conditioning turns on automatically, and Luke looked it up, and I guess the AC turns on to cool off the fuel tank. So the fuel tank is starting to overheat.
It smells like gas.
So yeah. So we got the heat on full blast. It's humid. It's 1,000 degrees outside, but we're doing good. There's a hot dog stand right over there, so life's good.
30 water dogs it is.
Yes, it is.
Hot dogs
Yes,
and
it
hot
is.
balls.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a nosy.
I'm seeing this in a while.
Well, yeah, last time you were about to cut it.
That's right. That's right.
You
In the
hadn't even yet
warehouse.
cut it,
That's right. And now, fast forward a year later, she's done.
which is cool. And we both own pink Lambos.
Yes, we do. That's color for a Lamborghini, right?
Times change, times change. This is mad. The interior is cool as well. Yeah, that's really cool. Crazy. Full white interior, pink embroideries, these details as well. Those are awesome, actually. Hexagonal shapes, in line with what you find on a Lambo. Down to the front, obviously the full Liberty Walk wide body. Just not ideal that it's a little bit overheated. Not ideal at all. We need to talk about this.
Yes, definitely.
And everything you've done to it.
Well, so this car was in an accident downtown Chicago. It rear-ended a police car at 4 a.m. Salvaged title, but luckily it was just like the front quarter panel.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect car to Liberty Walk. Bought the car, it had been fixed, and then I started cutting it out myself. That's when you came to visit me in Utah.
Yes,
I
and
was just about to cut.
I couldn't believe when you said that you were going to give this a go, because it was a Pirelli edition as well.
I know, and I felt bad, but the Pirelli edition at the end of the day is cosmetic, right? Like there's
Yeah.
no performance enhancements. It was already in an accident. I didn't realize it was going to go to this extent. I didn't actually plan to paint the car, but then I talked to a paint shop and they told me that satin white, they were going to have to paint the whole thing to match it anyways.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden got my gears turning and I had seen an Aventador SV and Rosa Acantis in Tokyo. So
Okay.
then that's when I knew, I was like, okay, well, we're painting that color.
So it's Rosa Acantis.
And my understanding is that there's only 2 factory Lamborghinis in the world, an SV and a Centenario, and that's it.
Okay,
And
the only
Paramus
2.
one, which is aftermarket.
So you had your Pirelli, you cut up all of the fenders, you
Yep,
literally cut up all of the quarters,
Cut them up, yep.
made the
Liberty Walk kit.
Liberty Walk wide body with these massive bolted on, riveted on
Yep.
wide arches. Wheels?
Yeah, so they're Vossen 3-piece wheels. Obviously, we had to go glacier white. I had the calipers also painted Rosa Acantis.
Yes.
Match. Super cool detail. We got all the carbon fiber. This is the limited edition Liberty Walk kit.
Yep.
So it's 1 of 50, number 13 of 50, super cool. And then, of course, the custom interior.
Yeah, the interior is mad.
Way cool. I was a little nervous about the white because of the reflections, and it is awful. But like on a sunny day, it just glows. It's worth it.
And I was a little bit worried, and it's awful.
Yeah, exactly.
But I tell you what, let me just turn on my light quickly. It looks amazing. Oh, you even did the seatbelts.
Yeah. This pink stitching too in the headrest is super cool. Yeah, it turned out incredible. Love the custom steering wheel with the centerpiece there in leather also. Pink stitching everywhere.
Are you managing okay to not get it like
So I clean it all the time. I ceramic coated the interior. So
Okay.
that helps a lot, but still, I'm very cautious about what I wear.
Yeah.
So like, White Yankees jersey is perfect in general, close enough.
And suitable considering we're here.
Right, and no blue jeans.
No blue jeans.
No blue
No,
jeans in this
I've
car.
got the same because I have the Sabia light interior in the SF90.
Right, yeah, same concept. No blue jeans. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's pretty durable interior. I clean it probably like once a month.
Yeah.
And I don't drive it all the time, so.
No, so it works. I like this.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Kind of in homage of the Pirelli edition.
Yeah.
Because there's really no Pirelli part of the car anymore now because the interior was changed out, the paint was changed out. So the pinstripe's kind of cool. I'm running Michelin tires though, so kind of counterintuitive, but.
Yeah, why not? And I'm going to come to squeeze around towards the back for a second because back here also, engine-wise, is it standard?
Yes, completely standard. It has an FI titanium exhaust.
Yeah, let me get the light on
that
with
would
this.
be the only thing.
Yeah.
Sounds really, really good.
Sounds good, makes flames.
Yep, of course.
Probably lots of that to come.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once she cools down,
Yeah.
that's the problem with this car. Overheats every single time you stop and go traffic, especially today because it's so hot.
Yeah, and you've been driving around Manhattan, which
Right,
is one
exactly.
massive traffic jam.
Exactly.
And this wing is like, well, dinner's on the way, and this is going to be the picnic
it's a perfect
table.
dinner plate wing, right?
Yeah.
Just big enough.
That's exactly what it's for. Do you know what? It's genuinely cool to see it. It's good to see you. It's
Good
been
to see
so
you as
long.
well.
Can't
Maybe someday. So I got to be honest, Viola Bast, color USTO, is probably my second favorite color, and I want to do a Lamborghini Viola Bast too.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
it's okay for me.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, it's a
Perfect.
factory color.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
I don't own it,
We got to ship that car to the US soon. We got to get the two together.
but it's not a very practical road trip.
You'll be fine, Tim. You're still young. You're still young.
Do you know it's what I love so much about this? Because that's been to your place. That
It
came
has
to
been, yeah.
Utah.
Yeah.
We drove that on the
Drove
dry
on
lake bed. Yeah.
You still have the record, 180 miles an
180,
hour.
283.
They just passed a law in Utah. It's now illegal to drive on lake beds. So you have the record until I can change the law. Isn't that crazy? They changed the law.
I like this.
Did you talk? I feel like you talked to a senator. You
So
changed the law after you got the record.
I hold the Utah dry lake bed record.
Unbelievable. I'm going to change
Amazing.
that law, though. I'm going to go back someday.
No way.
No way, but someday.
I didn't know that. But yeah, the GT500, I was going to say, what's so good about it is it's crazy fast, crazy noisy, looks cool, but it's also quite practical.
Oh, yeah.
I can carry my luggage.
Are you driving that to Columbus in 2 weeks?
No. I'm doing it up to Canada, all the way down to Miami,
Okay.
and then I'm flying up.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
see you there as well.
Yes, I'll be there.
See you in Columbus, the event too,
Yes, it's going to be way cool.
with Triple F. That's going to be awesome. Right, so I guess we're going to have some grub, and then we're going to eat it off the wing.
I think so. And
And
we
then-
might go back to Times Square. Maybe.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Worst case,
She's got to cool off a little.
we're going to hear some of this as we make our way around town in a bit. Sweet. A quick apology if I've been messing up the audio in this video. It's late, I'm tired, microphone's all really complicated, but we are going to have the start of this in just a moment, and then we're going to go and do a little bit of a drive, which means GT500 chasing Aventador Roadster through New York City. Sounds like a plan. In typical fashion, I got it wrong again. Sorry, my apologies. So I missed the startup. That is the coolest way to get a shot of a car. It's photo shoot time. Off goes the Aventador. Let's hope all is going to go well with that. Right, we're in the car. And we are off. I'm being blinded from behind. I'm doing the best I can, considering the situation. Mr. Stradman's car is absurd. Oh, look at this. There's a whole load of cars around. It's like some kind of car club type thing going on. That's kind of funky. How random is that? Where are we going? Where are we going? I'm trying to follow the gang here, being blinded from behind by headlights that are much higher than my car. It's funny how that works. Even though this isn't particularly high, when there's a big Escalade or something behind you, you can't see, just absolutely dazzled in the mirrors. That is so loud. That is so loud. No taxi man. Playing the game that the taxi drivers play. Wowzers, the carnage of New York City. This is ridiculously cool. We are approaching Times Square, driving with our little squadron here. Oh my gosh, this is just madness. I'm sorry it's so dark and whatnot. I mean, all of the lights are obviously up ahead of us. We are driving through Times Square. Those shots must be so cool. I feel a little bit sorry for James here. Like, every eye is on what he does with that car with a single clutch in traffic. in the most congested place you could be in this entire city, pretty much. This is totally nonsensical. But hey, it's cool. It's fun. It's different. And that's why we're doing it. In theory, we're now turning into Times Square in some form. I'm going to try and get around the side of James if I can. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, this is busy. This is so busy. Oh, madness. Yeah. What is going on? Why? Obviously, lots of cameras, lots of stuff going on, lots of attention. Perhaps too much attention. I blame the pink Lamborghini. It's all his fault. You're causing a scene. It's a little one.
Oh, man, yeah. This is insane. It's so crazy. It's 11 o'clock at night. The city never sleeps, right? Yeah.
Car to overheat. We've got a little bit of an overheat problem as well. It just pinged up. Oh dear. Look at this. Look at how many people have just swarmed around in front. We actually can't go any higher than we want to. Look at this guy. Look at this guy in front of us. He's getting his groove on. Wow, New York City. Oh my goodness. This is cool. Oh, what on earth are we doing? This is silly. This is so silly. But it's so much fun. Oh, that was madness. That was such madness. Don't even know what's going on. My brain is just trying to take it all in. It's chaos. It's genuine chaos. You see very few supercars in the city here, but there is in California. Nice. Cool. Oh, I feel like we're away from the carnage for a moment. Kind of second of calm, a lot of calm. This whole place is so bright, and it's 11:20 at night now. It's 11:20 and it's this mad. It's crazy. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is tunnel time with that and this. That's dangerous for the ears. This could be a problem. Let's see how it goes. We're going into the Lincoln Tunnel, and I'd hoped to be together, but unfortunately, just meters before, we kind of lost out a little bit. So Strad is up ahead of us somewhere. You have to be, well, you can certainly hear him. You have to be so aggressive driving here to make any form of progress. It's just nuts. This place, I can't get my head around it. You have to not care about your car. If you care about your car, trying to drive together, just like wishful thinking. Anyway, we're in a tunnel, so nice shifts. Wow, the snaps. I don't think I've got any chance of catching up in here. It's like single file, well, not quite single file, but basically, oh well. That's one of the fun things you can do in here, like a Porsche PDK system. You pull both paddles and it drops it into neutral, which means if you release the paddles when you're on the move, on the throttle, straight back into gear, instant burnout, which is kind of mad, but it's full on crazy. I can't believe how hard that was to get into this tunnel. I'm sorry it wasn't on video, but that was really like full on people going around the outside. Like there was a lane and people were fully like just going everywhere they could. Like, yeah. really know how, we've managed to actually catch up. That was almost mission impossible there. With all of somebody just went straight across those hatchings. Like, the driving is chaotic. I mean, the whole evening has been chaotic. Anyway, we're heading back to Lamborghini Paramus. Hopefully it's a nice, smooth sailing, easy journey from here. We've got a quick stop for some fuel, and I gotta say, this colour under the lights here at the gas station, madness. Super metallic. This, with my STO together, would look extraordinary. Honestly, the pair of them would be so cool. This colour is just like out there. Obviously lift up because of the dip over there to get up. But yeah, cool. Really, really crazy. We're back at Lamborghini Paramus, where we began earlier on. That is so loud, I'm standing away from it for a moment. But basically, James is going to park it up inside ahead of joining the event, as I mentioned, where I will be driving in a Lambo as well. Obviously not mine, because that is over in the UK. What a ridiculous, mind-blowing evening. Amazing to catch up with James, amazing to see this car in a completely new look to when I last saw it, and amazing to go back into New York City. And we have silence, it's off. The second day of pre-ball, you could say. My word. Oh, I need to go and have a rest. That was exhausting. That was absolutely exhausting. Bring it on. Exciting times ahead. Thank you for watching as always, guys. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.